We're live on Facebook. We are live on... something went wrong. Okay, so not Periscope. Let me see if I can refresh this. It says waiting for Webflow on YouTube. Come on, YouTube! Come on, YouTube! Don't want to have to go through this again. You know, really trying here. Really trying. Okay, it says YouTube events. It's working. Alright, 10 people are watching. Let me refresh this. Waiting for Webflow. Hold on, guys. I really want to stream to as many places as possible. I'm trying to use this thing called Restream.io. And let's see here. Untitled multi... Okay, let me tell the chat room to go to a different room. Yeah. Not a fan of that. Not a fan of that, but we're gonna do it. So, let me tell the other chat room. So here's the other chat room right here. I'm gonna tell these guys in the other chat room to move over to the one that's live because that one's working. So let me do that real quick. Copy, and then hey guys, we are moving over to the other stream. Go here. Okay, I just spammed it 3 times. I think we're doing it right. Because I see the chat window on the other side. So let me see here. Close that one. So there you see. It's working on Facebook. It's working on Periscope, and Twitch is always cool, so no worries about that. Alright, we're moving. We're going. We're going to get this started. Let me do one more thing. Let me double check on that live one. I know you guys are chatting already in that new room. Yep, that one's going. Hey guys, 19 people there. Cool beans. I'll fix the title and everything for that untitled broadcast thing. But let's do this. Let's do this. Close out everything. That's working. Yes. Okay. You know what? I'm happy with this. We can go. All right. So let's close this one out. And yeah, here we go. Hey everyone, welcome to another Webflow workshop. I'm your host, Nelson. Thank you for joining me. If you're on Facebook Live, you're on Periscope, through our Twitter, or you're watching on Twitch or on YouTube, thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with me and the rest of the Webflow community. I really want to show you guys some awesome things you can do with Webflow, and that's why we do these streams, to help you guys get some new tips or some sort of different angle to tackle some sort of design issue that you may be having. Now, this week, I'm going to be doing something different that I did in the past weeks. In the past weeks, what I've been doing is taking a popular homepage, like for Spotify, South by Southwest, or Apple.com, and rebuilding that as close as possible inside of Webflow from scratch. Now, what I want to do today is something different. If you've been to the past streams, you probably already know that I'm a huge fan of space exploration. I'm a huge fan of SpaceX, and I've always had this thought of how can SpaceX's website be better? And I know SpaceX is a B2B company, and so making their site more flashy and more fun isn't really at the top of their mind. I mean, they're already getting so many contracts left and right from government agencies and other big companies to throw satellite and International Space Station cargo up into space, so they're fine. But I just wanted to see what I can do with their site if they actually, become a B2C company where, they're selling tickets to go to the moon. I mean, 2 people already bought, right? So that would be cool. So this is just an exploration of my thoughts, and I want to show you guys how I go about doing something like this, redesigning a already popular site. Now, before I get started, I want to say hey to everyone who's in the live chat room right now, like Darius, Paul, Andreas, Fazir, Nikita, Ron, a lot of new people and a lot of regulars. Thank you so much for taking the time, to hang out. So, first thing I want to do is visually break down what SpaceX.com is doing right and what the website can do better. Now, first things first, what they're doing right, clear navbar. I mean, it can't get any more simpler than that. When you don't have all the pages of your site up there, but the most important ones, then you're doing good. You don't have this mega menu of every page on your site. All right? So there's that. That's good. Okay? The hero row is showing the most important information. So here we go. And then you have a little bit about what they do, clear cards, and then it's done. So that homepage is short, straight to the point. All right? What else are they doing right? So right here on the Falcon page, this is cool. Okay? A little bit backstory about what Falcon 9 is. Clear infographics. All right? So this is pretty cool. You get to click and see more information about each little thing, right? And you get more of a sense of how big the fairings are versus the Dragon spacecraft. And you scroll down, and this is pretty cool. You can open the inside of the second stage. So they're doing this very well. Nice. And so previous and next actually takes you to the previous or next card. So really cool. I love the colors that they're using. Obviously, that's their brand colors. And yeah, it's a lot. They're using a lot of negative space, which is awesome. And the footer isn't too huge. Yeah. What else? Falcon Heavy is cool. So it's doing kind of the same thing, but it has animations. Okay. Can you believe that this is going to actually happen in our lifetime? This big three-stage rocket is going to land itself? It boggles my mind. All right. So now that I've gone through visually, like, what they're doing right. Oh, this is pretty cool too, where it actually has animation. So this is actually a GIF. But, yeah. Anna, you're saying we lost you on the previous link. Yeah, we're using this link right now. So, we're just going to keep going. Because we also have people from Facebook who's in here. Alright, so visually bring it down. All what they're doing right now is nice. It's clean, it's clear, I know where to go, it makes sense. Now, what could they improve upon? Well, the first thing I noticed is when you try it for mobile, it's not responsive. In the age of so many different device sizes, screen sizes, big screen to small screen, and even further, this site doesn't work because you have to double tap to zoom in. It's not responsive. So I'm like, how can it be responsive? Well, easy. It's easy to figure out how to make this responsive. But, like, example, these cards can stack. I mean, the site can get smaller. This nav bar can go into a hamburger menu. So there's a lot of things you can do. But, if you're going to redesign it, why not take it even further? And that was my thought. And so what else could they do better? Oh, okay. So I always like to say story first, right? What is your story? Well, this obviously tells the story of the company, but hold on, real quick. If you already started a YouTube stream, we can't see it. Hold on, guys. YouTube.com/Webflow. Let me just tell the old chat room that I'm in here again. Okay, sorry. Back on it. So, always tell your story first before trying to sell the product. And so, this is telling the story, and it easily sells product. But this, more importantly, is the huge story. What does SpaceX actually do? And they design, manufacture, and launch and lands advanced rockets and spacecraft. So they need to update that. But yeah, so I feel like that could be more prominent. That could have its own row. It's like very small. Okay. And then you have these cards. I think these cards are doing well, but maybe we can add some, interactivity to the hover, make it more spacey, make it more techy. Here we go. And then, what else could... They have a lot of beautiful photos. For example, let me go to their Flickr. Let me go to media. I mean, look at this. They have a lot of beautiful photos. Like, this, obviously, this is just pre-rendered, their thoughts of how to get to Mars. But this is real. All of this is real. So they have beautiful photos on their Flickr account. And so why not utilize that? Okay. Also, they have a lot of beautiful video footage. So why not utilize that as well? So a lot of this stuff, could be more prominent on their website. And that's what I wanted to do. So when redesigning a site, I like to just put my head down and think, okay, what pages? First step I like to think about is what pages are really, really needed? What pages can I remove, or what pages can I add? Okay, and if I add pages, how do I make sure that it's not too cluttering up the site? And so the SpaceX site, let me go back to it. So they have these right here, right? But they've been doing a lot more than just these. For example, the Falcon 9 and the Falcon Heavy, I feel like that could be in its own one tab. Because what if they start to have even more types of Falcons, okay? Like the Millennium Falcon. And then Dragon. Dragon is actually 3 things. So right now they're using the Cargo Dragon, okay? But they also have a Crew Dragon, and a Red Dragon, and a Lab Dragon. So they have 4 different dragons, and so those are all covered in one page. Why not these 2? Because it's becoming more and more. And then updates, I feel like, if you go here, the news, look at this. It's a slider, and it goes really fast. And if I press down, it'll stop. Oh, yeah, if I press down or up, it doesn't stop. So if I'm mid-reading this paragraph, I'm missing it unless I press back to see it again. So stuff like this could be improved upon. Okay, so first thing I did was updates where their news and launch manifest could be. Falcon page where it can be 9, Heavy, and Millennium. And then a Dragon, where it can be Cargo, Crew, Lab, and Red. And the red one is what they're calling could land on Mars. And then the media, so they have a lot of this, and they don't really feature it on the top of their site. I mean, there is no media unless you go to updates in the multimedia gallery. And yeah, I mean, you can just go to their Flickr page, and it's better going there. So what's featured, their launches, landings, and so forth. And then their about page could be company, history, capabilities, and services. And then they just have the other pages, careers, press, and shop. So it seems what I'm trying to do with the new site nav is make it ready for future things, because it could be more Falcons, there could be more Dragons. So giving each one of those projects a page could make the nav bar really, really cluttered. Okay, so we don't want to do that. Okay, next. So after I did a sitemap, what I did was, hold on, Nicola, stream on Webflow workshops is not working. FYI. All right. Let me ask someone to fix that. Can you fix the workshops page stream URL? Thanks. Okay, hopefully that works. Nicolaj, thanks for letting me know. All right, moving on. So after I do a sitemap, I start to sketch out. I love using paper. I don't use computers to sketch out my wireframes, because I like the flow of I can just erase something really quick with a pencil and then just keep going. And so what I came up with is this. Let's see if it's clear. Hopefully it's clear. Okay, so this would be the new layout where I would have a left nav, and then the hero row could be something big, and that's like their latest launch or something, okay? And some sort of cool animation that would happen to show the text and a button. And then you move down, and I think right here would be the story of what they do. They launch and land advanced rockets and manufacture them. And then here could be like their 3 cards, but in a different way, giving it its own row. And then right here, their upcoming events, like I want to know when's their next launch. And then after that, some sort of footer to make it more fun. So I'm going to try that right now. And I was experimenting over the weekend right here on this page. I was experimenting over the weekend what kind of different hover effect for a button, and I came up with this. I tried to come up with something techie, but not too techie. So if I go here, so if you see, I have 4 corners. I hope you can see it. You may have to zoom in or something like that, but what I did was I made the button on hover zoom in, as well as these 4 corner lines zoom out. Okay, I'm going to show you guys how easy it is to do that. All right, and it makes for a cool effect, and it makes it more techy and more fun. You can have a regular button hover, or you can do something with it, and it's really easy to do in Webflow. And also what I did was I chopped up some video from their YouTube and their Instagram from their latest launch and land. And I decided how can that be used? How can I chop it up to tell the story that they've successfully launched and land an orbital class rocket? So I chopped it up in Camtasia, and then I uploaded it as a background video into Webflow, and so it looks like this. So I kept the video to something like 15 seconds, and so it tells the story. It launched, and then it's beginning to land, and then it lands. Yay! And so if you saw the text animation here, it's kind of techie as well. So I'll show you how to do that as well. Cool. So let's get to it. All right, before we begin, any questions? Let's see. If not, I'm gonna go at it. So this is actually my attempt at creating something I had a dream about, and it's this right here. So we're gonna start out with a nav bar on the left and just go for it. Good job, Nelson. Can you give us a link for the videos? Not sure which videos you're talking about, Christian. Yeah. Link to the videos for the project. So you guys, at the end of this, you'll be able to clone this project for educational purposes and go about it. The video will be in the project, so when you clone it, it'll be in the it'll be in one of the pages. So you can just copy the element and paste it somewhere else. So you'll be good. Okay, good question, Christian. All right, let's do it. So I'm thinking 2 columns. You have 1 column for the nav and then 1 column for the actual stuff. So how am I going to tackle this? So what I can do is... Okay, cool. I'm going to bring in a nav bar component. And let's style this the way I want. Let's style this differently. So I'm going to give this a class name of nav. And let's make it fixed right there. And let's make the width, let's say 15%. 20? 15 or 20, guys. All right. And if you have any good suggestions, let me know as I'm designing this, because this is all free-flowing off the top of my head. So I'm going to drag in a logo in there, and let's go ahead and style the logo. Alright. Get that out of the way. Cool. Alright. That just looks too small, huh? Let's go 18. How you guys feel about it? Why not sketch first? Great question. Because, I don't know, I like to go straight into Webflow because I like to prototype in here, because when I know something could work, with Webflow, I know immediately if my design choices work or not. Okay? But go and do your own thing. I mean, Webflow is just another tool to help. And if you feel that you need another tool as a interim, as a step before Webflow, go at it. Go at it. All right, so here we go. This nav menu, we're going to leave that the same, but this nav link, we don't want inline block. We want each of them to have their own line. So we're going to do display block and set that to nav link as well. Interesting that they're being pushed. Oh, they're being pushed to the right because this nav menu already has a float to the right. So no float. We put that by default. Yeah, everyone has their own way to do things, Grace Jan. But you do you. You do you. As long as you're having fun. That's the most important part, guys. As long as you're having fun. Alright, this guy... Oh, display inline. Display block. There we go. 18% on the nav. There we go. In this nav, we give it a default color of DDD, and so we're going to overwrite that. And I've already color dropped the brand colors on their own site. So I'm just going to take those. Ooh. Cool black. So this nav link. Should it be white? Or actually, no. There we go. Games, bro. Oh, and I forgot one more thing. On the body tag for all the pages, we're going to go for Lato. Boom. That's the closest one to the custom font that they have. They bought a custom font, but I'm not going to buy one for educational purposes. Alright. And let's make them all... How does it look like that? All caps. That's cool. That's cool. And yeah, with Webflow, you can quickly Best tool, pen and paper for sketch. Yeah, exactly. All right, let's push this down. Okay, so what do we got in our sitemap? We have a bunch that could use a drop down, right? So let's put a drop down in there. For the first one, we're going to do updates. Let me close this one. So we can bring in a drop down menu. We'll put it here. And it's going to be display block. And here we go. Actually, this drop down should be that color. Hey. Huh, interesting. What if I put nav link on this? Okay. Huh. The toggle. Okay, so I can do that. Let me remove that. Okay, so I'm setting the style on the drop-down toggle. Ah, yeah, there we go. So when you drag in a drop-down, it comes with a couple of elements already added in. So you have the drop-down, the whole thing, and then you have the drop-down toggle, and inside there you have a text block and then an icon that we add for you. And then inside there we actually have the list. So when you drop it down, there's these 3 links already pre-populated for you. Okay, so right now I'm styling the drop-down toggle and already has that set, so I can go ahead and make that smaller, but all caps, and there we go. And this first one is going to be called updates, and inside of there, if I want to edit what's inside the drop-down, I can click on this, and there we go. So it opens up. So what's the first link? It's news and then launch manifest. So news, launch manifest. Okay. So the drop down link, we can create a class name, or we can just keep going and let Webflow create the class name for us. So that's what I'm going to do. The first thing right here, I'm going to go up to back to drop down list because we have a pre-styled DDD. And let's go ahead and choose something like, no, let's go like this, but lighter. So we know that it like opened up. Something like that. So that's one of the brand colors, but I can go right here and say it opened up. No! There, stay there. Good. Cool. Alright, so this drop down link. Let's go here. Nope, not feeling that. Oh gosh. Should we just go straight white? Okay. And again, if you have better suggestions on what I'm doing, go for it. Interactions 2.0 is still in the making. Actually, no, we don't need the third one. We only have 2. Boom, boom. So that's done. And you know what? Let's add a little fun to it too. So the drop-down list, when it's open, when the drop-down list is open, let's also add a border to the top and bottom. And the reason why is because if you look on their website, they like to use dotted right here. They like to use dotted borders. So I like that effect. I want to bring that in. So I'm going to use dotted or dashed borders, and let's go ahead and probably make it that same color, Gainsborough. And do it to the bottom as well. So let's see what that looks like right now. That's cool. Yeah? And would be nice if there was a hover effect on those drop down links so it's not so static. So on hover, let's add a border on the left. Let's make it like 3. Make it blue so I know what I'm hovering on. That color? Let's see. Yeah, I guess. But now I don't like that thing where it, you know, it moves to the left. So I have to add a border on the left, but set it to transparent. So now I get this. Something. It needs one more thing. All right, one more thing, and then I'll move on. It needs a background color. Not sure about that gray color. Which, okay. Which one do you think? Is it not contrasty enough? I can feel that. Maybe just use their blue. And then when I hover over it... No, oops. Delete that. So when I hover over it, it turns blue. So it's like something like this. Alright. And again, you guys can clone this when I'm done and make it better than what I'm doing. So now I need to do more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 drop downs, right? 1, 2, oh, do it again. Need to get this guy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the last 3 is Careers Press Shop. Boom. Falcon Punch. Dragon. Media about. So that's how easy it is to make a left nav right there, guys. Like, ain't no thing. Okay. And these right here, these can be like, if you notice on their website, these are like kind of pushed back. And so, maybe center the nav links. I'm not sure about that because they're all different character counts. So if I center them, I don't know, that left line just looks weird because it's always it's ragged. So I'm gonna keep it left aligned. Alright. And then let's see here. I think we're good. So these right here, nav links, I'm actually going to, let's push them back a bit. Oh, that's too much. There we go. Cool. So there we go. We got a good looking... Actually, no, these nav links don't have the same space as these toggles. So these toggles have 20/20 on the top and bottom padding, so let's fix that. Use 10. There we go. Now it's all the same. Let's see what it looks like now. And there we go. Maybe put the other parts of the link with a darker white to make the difference. Do you use a keyboard modifier to click delete a style element? No, I don't use a keyboard modifier. What I do is I just press the delete button on my... So I click on the element and I press delete on my keyboard. Or you can go to the navigator, click on an element from here, and then press delete on your keyboard. Alright. So that part's done. Let's do something more fun. Let's go and add a background video. Okay, so I already have a background video... did I? What? Where's my background video? Did I have to upload it again? Hold on, please. Let me find my SpaceX background video. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and add a background video. And it'll take a while to upload. Maybe not too long, but let's do this. So I have my nav fixed to the left. Now let's go ahead and put in a div. And this div will act as our overall main container. So I'm going to drag that in here. And I'm just going to call this main, right? And then with the main, this is 18% wide, so I'm just gonna use a padding of 18%. And so there we go. Actually, yeah, 18%. No, not the padding. I'm gonna use margin because the padding I want to use for other things. Maybe I have a box within a... Okay, I know. Because I'm going to have a title on top of the background video. Alright, so here's how to put a background video. This is fun. Watch this. Really easy. So down here, there's a background video element. Drag that in. Now this background element is just like a div, but with a background. But the background is a video. So think about it that way. Don't think about the background video as its own element that you have to set display or to set position fixed on. No, it'll just work like a background. Okay, so let's go SpaceX background video. So as it's uploading, and actually it's done. Oh, that was fast. So if I go here and preview, there you go. Okay, now let's do more with this. I want to show you guys more. So we're gonna call this hero. So this is my hero row. Okay, and let's set the height to 100 VH because 100 VH means viewport height. So it'll go all the way to the top and bottom of the viewport. Okay, and so I want to give it a more grander feel, like boom, this just happened. All right, and now in here I want to add some text and a button. So let's go ahead and add our H1, our most important text. Let me go back to their homepage. And their most important text is reflight of orbital class rocket. Yes. Here we go. So what I can do is I'm going to bring in a div block, and inside of that div block, we're gonna call this div block title. Okay. And the reason why is because I want to do an animation with it where a white bar covers the whole thing and then stays there for 50 milliseconds and then goes away. So it has that cool sci-fi vibe. Okay? Rather than just seeing the text on there, no, the text is going to animate in some cool way. And I'll show you how. So first thing is I'm going to set a title and set the position to relative. Okay? And in there, I'm going to drag in my heading, so my H1, and I'm going to put my text. Boom. And notice how reflight, it's misspelled? No, that needs to be added to the dictionary. Anyways, that's set to display block. Yeah. Let's see. This one I'm going to set to display inline. This one as well I'm going to set display inline. Because I want the div to just be as big as the text. I don't want it to go all the way to the end of the frame. I'm going to add a break there using Shift Enter. And here we go. So I don't like how it has 20 at the top and bottom. So if you've ever done HTML coding, you'll know that all headings come with their own margin. I'm going to zero those out because I want to have full control. Alright, so let's go ahead and add some padding around it. So I'm at the title and then I have the heading. Alright, next I'm going to add a div block on top right here. But this is going to be cool. This is going to be called overlay. So this is going to do the thing. This is going to do the animation. So what's going to happen is I'm going to set this to absolute and set it to full right here. Set the z-index to 1 just in case. And then after that, what am I going to do? Oh yeah, I'm going to set the background to white. White. Okay, and then, so how I'm going to animate this is what I want to do is start from the left. This overlay is going to start from the left and then come in, stay there for 50 milliseconds, and then move out. All right? So how we're going to do that is we're going to set an interaction. Oh, I've already set these interactions. I'm going to do it from scratch. I'm going to delete all these. Boom. All right. So we're going to call this overlay. And its initial appearance. What does this element look like when the page first loads? Well, it's going to go negative 100%. It's going to be all the way to the left of whatever parent div it's in. Okay? And then, that's it. I just want it to move to the left. Now, to make sure I don't see it, its parent div title, I'm going to set that overflow to hidden. All right? Oh, we got someone on Twitch. Hey, King of Stealth. All right. And so when the title loads, let's see here. So, yeah. So, okay, I can set it back on the overlay. All right, so I have the overlay interaction. And so its initial appearance is it's going to move left 100%. And that's its initial appearance. That's where it starts. So when the page loads, okay, when the page loads, that's what the trigger type is. I'm going to wait. Let's go ahead and wait 250 milliseconds. Okay. After that, I'm going to move it back to 0, to its original spot. So it was here, and then it goes to 0, its original spot. Okay. When it moves to origin, it takes 200 milliseconds to move to its original spot. The next step is I'm going to wait 50 milliseconds because that's when the text in the back is going to show up. And then after that, I'm going to move this to 100%, which moves it all the way to the right. And then lastly, when that's done, I can do a new step and display none. Because I don't need it anymore. That animation's done. I don't need that element. So what have we done? We did this. Okay. So last thing I need to do is go to the heading right here. And let's give that interaction. In the interaction, we're going to say title text. That's the name of it. And its initial appearance is opacity 0. Okay, I don't want to do a display none. I want to do the opacity 0 because I want to, if I do display none, look what happens. My box is gone because it doesn't, the element basically doesn't exist. So I need to do opacity 0. Okay, now for the trigger, when the page loads, okay, I'm going to wait a couple of seconds. So I have 250 milliseconds wait on the overlay, and then another 200 to animate that in. So we're at 450, and then I wait 50 more milliseconds. So we're at 500, and then so I have to wait. I have to wait 500. No, I can wait 450. Yeah, so I can wait 450. And then the new step, I can set the opacity to 100 and set the timing on this at 0, so no transition, because I don't need it to fade in. I just want it to show up. All right? So we have those two interactions happening in these two elements. Let's look at it. There you go. But it's getting lost. It needs a background or something. So we'll fix that. So the title, let's give it a background of... What do you guys think? So that's what I chose over the weekend. Let's see. Boom. Nice. So it looks kind of sci-fi. But now I want it to be in the bottom left. Now we can use position absolute and all that good stuff, but no. Flexbox is your friend. So Flexbox right here. I'm going to set it to the bottom and to the left. And I can add some padding. Let's have some padding like right here, like 50. I think that's good. Boom. What do you guys think? Should it be more? Should it be less? 100? Something like that. 150? I think that's good right there. Maybe some semi-transparent overlay on the video. Oh, yeah, okay. Thank you, Anna. So maybe I can go here. So I'm back on the video, on the background video. So background video, again, it has a background video happening, and it acts like a moving background image. But you can still do more with it. For example, add a solid color, and we'll probably add black, but transparent. Now, we can't see the video playing at all, because that would be annoying to see as you're designing. It keeps going over and over and over. So yeah, thank you, Anna. I think that one's a good one. Cool. I like it. Yep. I have to go like this because of the glare of the sun on my screen, but it's looking good. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you, so we have that. I wanted to show you guys how to make a cool button, okay? And so you can have a button that just hovers, but why not have a button that hovers and does a little bit more, you know? So let's play around with the buttons. So I could use this, but I want to have something super custom, okay? So I'm going to use a link block, and a link block is just like an anchor tag, an A tag when you're writing HTML. So let's go ahead and put that in my hero right here. All right. Okay. I don't want it there. I want it under. So this is being set by my flexbox in the hero. So let me go back to my hero real quick. And notice how I have it horizontal. This means that my elements are just going to be all in a row. But I want it vertical because I want it in a column. So if I go like this, and I want to push it to the left and push it down, boom, good to go. All right, so this button right here, we're going to call this button. Super simple. Let's move it away from the top. Okay, I'm going to try to recreate what I did over the weekend. So bear with me. I wrote some notes, and I may have to reload my other one, but okay. So I wrote some notes down right here, how to make that button. But yeah, so let me see here. Yeah, so when I made the button, did I make a button on my notes? How did I make it? Yeah, so yeah, I wrote it right here. Like I was dreaming about. I was like, okay, so the button corners happen, and I was drawing it. Like, what would it look like with the corners? And I like to get inspiration from like a site called hudsandguis.com, and also from video games and sci-fi movies and stuff like that. Because it's always fun to see those fake UI and see how it would work in a real life situation. Alright, so we're on the button, and let's go ahead and set the button to relative because we're going to have some things that are set to position absolute. Alright, and this button, let's go ahead and that's display block. I can't do it inline. Has no effect on children. Oh, okay. Alright, hopefully this works. Or did I do a div on top? Okay, hold on, guys. Oh, I deleted the... Wait. Okay, anyways. We're just going to see where this takes us. Alright, so this button has an inner, because it's relative. Okay, let's try that. The button has a div inside of it, and this one is going to be called button inner. And inside this button inner has some text, and the text is going to be watch replay. But everything should be all caps. Let's make that white, no underline, and let's add some padding. Say 10. Alright. More on the sides. Probably like that. Probably. Alright. So let me just experiment, guys, real quick. So this button inner, I set it to, it's already transparent, but it has a, yeah, it has like that. I think the color is supposed to be like that. Cool. And then after that button, so what's going to happen is we're going to set this states. Okay. So what I want to do is the button inner, I want it to be zoomed out a bit on its initial state. Okay, so this button inner, I'm going to set interaction. In initial appearance, I'm going to set a scale to something like 0.9. Something small. I mean, something subtle. Alright? And so when I hover over this button, let me think about it. When I hover this button, this is going to zoom in. So I'm going to add a new interaction called button hover. And when I hover over this, I want to affect a different element. This is button inner, but I want to limit it to nested elements, not all the other button inners that may be on this page. Okay? And then when I hover over it, the transition is it's going to scale to 1, which is scale to origin. And when I hover out, it's going to scale back down to 0.9. All right, let's see what happens. Okay, cool. And also, when I hover over this button inner, let's go ahead and add a hover state. Because this button inner, this background shouldn't be transparent. Let's make it that color. Let's fill it in. And also the text would become white. All right? And I want to set a transition to it, so I can go right here to my transitions and set the background color to 200 milliseconds, as well as the font color right there. And let's see those two things happen. Awesome. So we're halfway there. And now, the corners. So this is pretty interesting. And I figured out over the weekend, I was like, okay, that's fun. And I couldn't stop. So, how did I do this? So I know I put a div block in there. So I put another div block. And this div block is going to be set to position absolute and set to full. So, well, how come there's... interesting. But the width is going... I put the width as 95% and 80%. No. There we go. And now I need to center it. And so there's a trick you can do. Actually, I'm going to set the position. Here's the trick. I can go 50% from the top, 50% to the left. I know it looks broken right now, but stay with me. In the transforms, I can scale... I can move it back to 50%, negative 50%, and negative 50% on the X and Y. And now we're in the center. You see? Alright, now that is done. Oh, I don't want to name it div block. Name it corner wrapper. This wraps around all of the corners. So now we're going to make all of our corners. So I'm going to make 4 divs inside of this one. Okay, and this one is going to be button corner 1 and position absolute to the top left. All right, and we're going to set this, what did I set it to? I set my corners to 10 by 10 on the width and height. And since this is corner 1, I'm going to set the top style for the border to be 1 pixel. And same thing with the left. And then that's it. So now I have my first corner right there. Ooh, it doesn't look good, but I'm going to keep going. I'll fix it. So there we go. We have that first button corner. Now we just do it 3 more times. Corner. Button corner 2. 10 by 10. Ah, come on. Edgar, if you're having an issue with your site 404ing, either send an email to support@webflow.com or to go on the forums and post your link. Hopefully someone will be able to help. Oh no, it should be at the top left. Let's fix that. There you go. Alright, there's corner number 2. Hey, come back. There you go. Not a problem, Edgar. Hopefully that issue gets resolved. 404 is not fun times. Alright, so I'm just rinsing and repeating for each corner. Nope. Nothing too crazy here. Perhaps too much blank space on the nav bar. Are you talking about under the logo, or should the logo push down more? What are you talking about? If you're talking about this space, I think, you know, less is more. You know. 10 by 10. 1. Alright, corners are done. Okay. How come I hover on my back? Oh! That's the thing. So this guy right here, the corner wrapper, he's actually on top of watch replay. So my Z index, I have to fix it. So button inner is being overlaid by the corner wrapper. So I'm going to set the Z index 1. So that way, there we go. All right. Lastly, I need to do the thing. The zoom out of the corners. So how we're gonna do that? So this corner wrapper right here, the initial state of the corner wrapper. Oh, there we go. So the initial appearance is going to be zoomed out a bit and opacity 0. So it's going to fade in and zoom out at the same time. So let's say corners. That's the name of my interaction. The initial appearance, scale to say 1. And notice how it moved. So we need to also set that transform as well. So actually, let's go 2. See what happens. Let's move that back. So that's the thing, you always need to move it back and set the opacity to 0. 0. Done. Done. Alright. So this button right here, it already has interactions. Let's add another one. So when I hover over this, get the corner wrapper, only the ones inside of it, and we're going to set the transform again back to negative 50%. Negative 50%. We need to set that to make sure. And also the scale should be 1, set to origin, and yeah, and the opacity should go 100. Okay, and now when I hover out, it should do the exact opposite. Again, let's set our position correctly. Set the position correctly, scale it back up to 1.2, and set the opacity to 0. 0. So we're going back to its initial appearance. So hover out, hover in, all right? But make it more techie. Let's add another step, okay? So after it scales down and fades in, what if it did opacity back to 0, but it took 50 milliseconds to do. And then it went back to opacity 100, and it took 50 milliseconds. Right? And let's just copy this again. Copy, and put it down. So this is the thing, and this is what happens. So when I hover out, actually, let's just look at it right now. We can preview it right now. Did you see that? Kind of hard to see, but see how it blinks? So it's kind of sci-fi, kind of techie, and there. With about, you know, yeah, it took a while to make a button, but doing those little things makes a ton of difference between if it's a regular site or it's something that someone actually crafted, like by hand. And it's really easy to do. You know, as long as you understand the positioning and your CSS and all that good stuff, really easy. So we did 2 cool interactions, and now I don't have to redo it. I can just copy these elements and paste it somewhere else, and it'll work. For example, say I want to paste the same button, right? I'm going to copy and paste this button. So now I have 2, watch replay, and I don't know, learn more, right? So if I preview, there we go. I don't have to recode anything. It works. Oh, cool. Okay, cool, done. All right. That's the future. Yeah, it is, Adrian. The future is here. Okay. Great tutorial about the button. Yes. Really, really easy. All right, so in an hour or less, we did the things. We did those 2 things. There we go. There. We did those 2 things. Pretty cool. All right. Next. Oh, the story. Oh. Sorry. AMD wants to update my drivers. No, not yet. Not yet. What am I doing now? Oh, yeah. This guy right here. So this story right here. So I thought about it. It needs its own row. In my opinion, it needs its own row. So let's go ahead and give it its own row. Alright, so that's the hero section. Let's call this story section. So we're going to call this story. And this story, I think the height, let's go ahead and do it again. 100 VH. So just use the whole height of the screen. So it's going to go like this. Okay? And in it, I want to put the story. So let's go ahead and all the child elements within it is going to be centered horizontally and vertically. And let's add a background image. Okay? So I've already uploaded a background image that I wanted to use. And this is... Again, SpaceX, you have such great photography. Oh, man. All right. Anyways, so now we have that. And let's go ahead and drag in H2. So H1, change it to H2. Then we'll click, paste. That's not the one we want. We want that one. Okay, it goes too far there. So let's add some padding to it. Let's use percentages. Let's say 10%. Cool. And let's center that text. Wait. There we go. I want 2 lines. But obviously it's not always going to be 2 lines. That still feels too close. Alright. Alright. Oh wait, I forgot to add one more thing. Design, manufacturers, comma, launches, and... Oops. Wait, why is it all caps? Let's fix that. Boom. Bah? Oh, I'm gonna have to retype this? Alright, fine. SpaceX design. Yeah, it doesn't look right when it's like that, huh? Alright. Alright. Launches and lands. Ooh. Ah, yeah. Okay. Oh, let's fix that. I like zeroing it out because I want to take control of my spacing. Actually, I wanted to show you guys another thing. Okay, so background interactions, background scroll interactions. I wanted to show you guys this. So a lot of people in the Webflow community have been using this now. Thank you so much. But I'm going to review it, okay? I'm going to review it with you guys. I want you guys to use this more. Because a lot of websites now are using just regular straight edge lines to say, hey, this is one row, this is another row, this is another row. But what if you can do something different? What if? So let me show you. Super simple. Let me drag in... I'm going to drag in a div right here. Actually, maybe I can... Hold on, let me get the URL of what I'm talking about. Webflow, background, interaction. What did I name it? So it's webflow.com/website BG interaction. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about here, and I'm about to do it. Open live site. Okay, so instead of showing hard lines of each row, what if each row could fade their background in? So you know you're in a different section, but it's more smooth. You know? Boop, 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 boop. Ah, so cool. All right. How do we do it? Let's go. All right, so this div block right here, we're gonna call this background holder. Let me just call it backgrounds because it's just gonna be staying in the back. So I'm gonna set it to fixed, full, fixed full, but actually the padding should be 18%. Yeah. Or should it be the margin? 18%. Okay, so far so good. I'm not feeling good about that. Let's fix it. Maybe it's not that one. It's put it to the left, but the width is, oh, I can't do math. What is it? 82 on the width. Ah, yes. Okay, cool. And we're going to z-index to -1 because I want to push it to the back. Okay? And so we're going to, let me copy this hero real quick and put it in the background. And I'm going to delete that one. Let's go ahead and delete this as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the background video of that launch become one of those smooth background transitions. As you see here, I can go like this. Please post a link to the project so you can play around with it afterwards. Yes, you'll be able to play around with this SpaceX project as much as you want when I'm done. All right, so don't worry. It's coming at you. So we're going to call this Hero BG. And we're going to set it to full. No. Hero BG. I'll set the width to 100. Right, 100. Yeah, there we go. And opacity could be 0. Actually, no, the opacity doesn't be 0 because it's the first thing you see. All right, let's just double check real quick. All right, so that still works. All right. So what I want to do is... Oh, wait, this is still a video. Let me fix that. Drag that in here. Drag that in here. Because I don't want the video showing up twice. I'm going to give that a class name of hero. Let's see. We still good? We still good. Except for that text. Why? Title. Ah, there we go. White. Let's look at it again. All right. So that's done. So now I want to, when I scroll down, I want my other background to show up. So let's go ahead and put in another background. So this div block right here. let's go ahead and call it row 2 background, BG. Width and height going to be 100% of its parent. It's going to be... Did I set this to absolute? No. It should be fixed. Here we go. Okay, interesting. So it should be fixed, and because it's going to be the first one, it should be... If we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows, so I'm going to say z-index 5. So I want to be the most top background. And so row 2 background is going to be fixed, full, so I don't need those guys anymore. And this one be z-index 4. And this one's going to have our lovely white background set to cover. Cover, centered, no repeat, good to go. Now, wait, how come it's going all the way? What did I do with this? Oh, I set to fix, but I didn't set full. Okay, I'll fix that. Welcome, Daniel. Hope you're enjoying the stream, or hope you're enjoying your day. Alright, so that's them. So we don't see it right now. But let's go ahead and, let's see. This will be opacity 0. Okay, let's go ahead and set our interactions. So I set it up where I have the hero background, it's opacity 100, and then when I scroll down, I want the opacity 100 of this to go back to 0. And then for this, I want it to go from 0 to 100. So we get a fade effect, okay, a crossfade. So how are we going to do that? Let's try it. So, for the hero, let's get out of that. Hero, trigger, and when I scroll, affect different elements. So hero background. Okay, cool. So when I scroll into view, I want to, let's go with 40%, okay, for my offset. So when I scroll into view, I want to see the background video. So we want opacity 100%, okay? When I scroll out of view, so the offset 40%, I want to set the opacity to 0, okay? So let's go ahead and look at what we just did, okay? I scroll out, it should fade away. I don't like that. Hold on real quick. Get that out of the way. Put that color on the video, not the div. I'm trying to make a smooth transition. $75? Let's try it again. Cool. Do you think 200 is too fast, guys? Let's make it opacity 100. Let's go 400. Something smoother. Smooth like butter. Let's make it smooth. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry. When something works, it's just like, yeah. You get all crazy and okay, I'm sorry. I'll stop. Alright, so story section. Do the same thing. So I can recreate everything from scratch, or I can just duplicate that and just rename it. So this is hero 2. We're going to call this row 2. And instead of hero BG, I want row 2 BG. Done and done. And look at that. Those background interactions. Awesome, it didn't work. Why? Oh, I didn't set it. So see how nothing is set here? I created it, but I didn't actually set it onto this div. Let's try it again. Oh, dang. See how much more fun that is than having row after row after row. A lot of websites are going away from the row after row after row, but you still see rows in your mind. For example, like who's killing it right now? Who's killing it right now? I think Stripe has been killing it, man. It's like, so they're using a hard line, but it's like diagonal, so that's cool. But when you scroll down, you see another hard line, but like, oh, well, they did there. There's like other places. Let's see here. Maybe Relay is pretty cool. Oh, you're not giving me a good example. Oh, that's so cool. All right, see? Like, there's a line, but you don't see it because they're using the same background. Oh, okay, never mind. But you know what I mean, right? Okay, back on it. So yeah, just rinse and repeat. What? Why? How? Okay, that was weird. Cool. Alright, let's keep going. Keep going. Section 3. So the section 3 is these cards right here. And I wanted to do something different, of course. So let's go ahead and set it up. Okay? So we have our story section, and now we have our cards section thingy. Joachim? Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Yes, Webflow is free, but you have limited access to features. Like each site you create, up to 2, has 2 static pages per, and only 50 dynamic items. So just check it out. It's a great way to get your feet wet in Webflow. And you can still publish to a webflow.io URL. So check it out. It's pretty cool. Alright, so we have a cards section. And let's go ahead and keep going with that same thing. 100 VH for the height. And let's go ahead and flex it. We want it horizontal. And let's go ahead set the assets to a galaxy. That would be cool. And let's... Uh-oh, I'm using background again. Whoops. I'm supposed to do that in the other one. So let's fix that. Backgrounds. Row 3. BG. With height fixed. Z-index 3. Because we're going 543. Set the background to the galaxy, and I'm not going to see it. Let's temporarily turn these off. Just temporarily turn these off so I can see what I'm working on. Okay, so I see the galaxies happening there, but it's not sent. It is centered. Set to cover. Okay, but I want to make it a bit darker, so let's go ahead and something like this. Something like that. Yeah, let's go 80. Cool? Cool. Alright, so that's that, and now let's go back to our cards section, and we have that flex in setting everything to center vertically and horizontally. So we can go ahead and put a div block right here. And we're going to flex this as well because we want 3 cards. So cards wrapper. Whoa. So it's set to flex like that. Good to go. So we have a cards wrapper, and now we need a actual card. So we're gonna call this card. How do I want to do this? Okay. So in my mind, I have the layout like this. But I saw something this morning, and I was like, oh man, that looks way better. Let me see, it's working.not working.com. They just won a, what is it, a Webby or a Shorty or something like that? Working.not working.com. An old coworker actually worked on this, and so I was like, oh my god. He tweeted it out, and I was like, whoa, okay, this is pretty cool. I think this is better than the cards. Don't you guys think? Because these are basically cards, but it takes up the whole, the whole row. You guys want to do this? Yes? Say yes. Yes? Alright, cool. I want to do it. So, I quickly got inspiration this morning, and I want to try something different. Can we do it? Why not? Why not? Let's do it. So, let's just go ahead and make our card first. And, I'm going to put in some text. What's the first text? These guys are here. I'm going to have to find this image. So, let's see here. Bring in this text. But it has to be a... Okay, no. I'm going to bring the text here. Is that inside the card? Yeah. Alright, so the card right here. Let's go ahead and add some padding. Text has to be white. And... Actually, no. It should be black. Because the background's going to be white. And let's set that text to be bigger, We have more space now. Ha! We have more space. See what I did? Yeah, I'm funny. Make it bold. 26. And in that card, though... But I want to put the button somewhere. The button I'm talking about is this guy right here. So if I put the button here, it doesn't look cool. I want more cool. One more cool. Let's see here. Let's figure this out. We're going to figure it out. So this card should be like that. It shouldn't be like that. And we don't want white background. Wow, that button's huge. We need to fix that later. It's kind of scaring me. Alright, so this card, D-text. Card text, this is what I want to have the styles. Yeah, okay. Nope, let's just go straight white. Or it should be like that. Okay, cool. So I want it like that, and I want the button, but this button right here, oh my gosh. Button inner. Let's see if I can force it. Cool. That'll work. And set that to force it to be bold. Okay, cool. Alright, and so that happens at the top too, because I'm forcing it. Alright. And now, the cool thing about Flex is I can do 3 columns by copy, paste, paste. Yay, 3 columns. Done. And now, let's go ahead and add some padding, because I don't want them so close together. Say 10. 15. And I want to use the same, well, let's see here, 5% padding on each side. Cool. Let's see here. Let's copy this. Ugh. That's what happens when you're using real text rather than just lorem ipsum, So let's fix this. Cards wrapper. I have it all set to stretch, so maybe these should flex. Vertical. Nope, not working. Which one? Maybe this. Maybe we should just set it to the top. Well, it already is setting to the top. I already set the stretch. Huh. Don't like it. I don't like how the watch replays are in different areas. Not cool, man. Not cool, man. Force buttons is set at bottom. Thinking that. I think you're right. What if the card is 100% high? Ah, didn't help. I want them all... Wait. Wait, this is all the... Okay. What if... Okay, hold on. Okay, so that... This doesn't work. When I just go like... Ah, wait. Kinda... Alright, we'll figure it out. Alright. Let's leave it as is for now. Give wrapper a set height. Yeah, I guess I can do that. I'm always scared to do like... So we'll do min height like... Let's start with 300. Alright. And these buttons right here, they need to be centered. Okay. Oh, one thing I want to talk about real quick. A UX kind of a thing. Okay? When you're setting your call to actions, for example, reusability, learn more. Commercial crew, learn more. This, learn more. You've probably seen learn more as a call to action label everywhere. Learn more, read more, more. It's really vague. When you're creating a call to action, instead, try to figure out a way to tell the user what they're really going to do. You know? Imagine if you're driving down the road and then you see a sign that says you're gonna do something, be ready, and you're like, wait, does this lane turn right, or is it gonna merge? Is it gonna exit off the freeway? What's gonna happen? You'll learn more later. So instead of just making it vague, tell the people what they're gonna learn. So for example, reusability, the key to making human life multiplanetary. To Mars and beyond. That makes more sense, right? Because that's what they're going to talk about on the next page. So give them something. Commercial crew taking Americas to astronauts in space. You know. Commercial crew is... Crew Dragon... Crew Dragon or something like that. I'm not a copywriter. Well, see, this is where copywriters really help out. Wait, that's not the right one. Fly me to the moon. Alright, cool. Let me play with among the stars. Okay, cool. So that's done. And now we want to do this cool thing where you hover and then a background shows up, right? So let's play around with backgrounds. Easy peasy. Actually, this is making me uncomfortable. Yeah. Okay, cool. Alright. So I'm going to do a thing is when I hover over one of these cards, the background changes. Easy, 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 easy. So let's go to the card section. Let's go ahead and put a background. Blah. Right here. Card section. Let's set that to relative. And then back on here, I'm going to set this card's background. Cards BG wrapper. So let's go ahead and set this to absolute and the whole way. Yes. And the cards wrapper right here. Let's go ahead and make sure that that's on top. So we're going to set position relative z index 1, so that way this will stay the lower one. All right, cool. So backgrounds. Let's go to the SpaceX Flickr. Let's find some stuff. About? No, it's updates. See, I don't even know where their Flickr is. I have to go to updates. I mean, I kind of know already, but... Okay, so the first thing is... Oh, yeah. Their first landing, which is CRS-8. It's like, where are you? I think it's page 3 or something. There it is. Found you, found you. Let's go ahead and download you to scale large. Sure, why not? Okay, and let's go ahead and set a background. So inside of there, we're going to have cards BG1. Okay, background, upload, downloads, there you are, cover, I'm gonna go, boom, cool, and so this starts off as 0% opacity. Cool. So now, watch this. This card right here, I'm going to set an interaction. New interaction is card BG1. And when I hover over this card, affect a different element, which is card BG1. When I hover over this card, make the opacity 100. Done. When I hover out, make the opacity 200. Actually... yeah, 200 milliseconds is cool. Done. Check it out. What do you think? What do you think, guys? Yeah, we could do more with it, but I'm giving you guys... this will be a good baseline for you guys to play around with. But yeah. Yeah, that'll work. So now we can do that for the other, and it says 400 milliseconds better. Okay, fine. Because we're going for smooth. But it's so dark. Let's go fix that. Okay, 63, 40? Okay, yeah, that'll work. Alright, so what's the other thing? Nope. What's the other thing? Commercial crew, so they have that image. So I have to find it real quick. And if I can't find it real quick, I'm just gonna move on. Because it's just rinse and repeat. Well, we can take this one. That's cool. That's so cool, man. Done and done. Get rid of that. Alright. Put a div inside. Cards BG2. Did I do fixed or absolute? Oh, I did none. So let's do absolute. This one should be absolute. And what did we do for the... what did we do? This one we did, I think we did 40. And so zero it out on the opacity. And this card right here, we can just duplicate that, select it, card BG2, cards BG2, done. Come on, don't be shy. Preview, there you go. Oh man. That's so cool. All right, one more. What's the next one? It's that again, but it's the moon. We'll just get a basic one. Yeah, that's cool right here. That's basically what's gonna happen. But that's actually just CRS6, but it's okay. No one has to know. Okay. I wonder if I sing a song, will YouTube flag that? Because I'm just singing to myself as I design. 100, position absolute, add 40. I said 40. Okay, cool. 40 background, upload, that guy. There. Oops. There you go. Cool. Oh my god, these are looking great. So happy. Duplicate, select, edit, change that to cars BG3. Done and done. We're done with that row, guys. Come on. Alright, let's try. Oh, well, no, I broke it. Did I do something wrong? Alright, let's fix it. Let's double check. Cards BG wrapper. Okay, so the card section. The card section doesn't have the thing. Like this. Did I set a row BG3? Yes, I did. Because it's the galaxy. Okay, cool. So row BG... Oh! Yeah, I forgot. I turned these off. Row BG3 should be opacity 0. You're not opacity 0. How dare you? Alright. And the card section does not have an interaction, so I'm going to set that to row 3BG. Okay, cool. Go to the top, see what we did. Clicky. Hello, clicky. There we go. Cool. Cool. Not so cool. Is it because I'm already hovered on that? Let's try that again. What if I use a scroll bar? Okay, it's because I'm not... It's because I was already hovered over the card. But, there we go. Alright. Whoa, that was fun. So, 2 more rows. Yeah. Oof. What have we done in an hour and a half? Or even, because I did some intro and I did some visual breakdown, so probably an hour. Hour and 15 minutes. We were able to get a lot done together. Got the nav bar going. We got a background video. We got background scroll interactions. Making it smooth. Alright, let me publish this for you guys. I'm gonna get some water real quick. Let you guys take a look at that. Let me give you the URL. Put in the chat. It's 3 slashes. .webflow.io. There we go. All right, let me. I'll be back. Let me go get some water. But yeah, so next steps we're gonna do an upcoming event and then a footer. And the footer's gonna be pretty nice because I found a nice Mars type of footer background, and I want to inspire you guys to do more with your background. Do more with your footers. Not just the regular bar with links, but maybe do some stuff. PSD Carlos, I missed the video background. How was that created? I'll show you real quickly before I get some water. Add panel, background video, drag that in, upload your video, done. All right, be right back, guys. I'm not gonna put any music or anything, but just go ahead and talk amongst yourself in the live chat room. And again, if you have any suggestions for a future topic or a site that I should rebuild inside of Webflow and you want to learn, please post a comment below. And also, next week, we're going to try to have Rand Segal and Mackenzie Child go head to head and design something from scratch. And we're going to see how they use Webflow. So that's going to be fun. So, yeah, come back next Tuesday and that'll happen. So I'll be back. Ooh, okay. Man, so much excitement in my head. So much energy. All right. Let's do this. Next steps. First, let's take a little break. I want to answer your questions in live chat room. So if you have any questions about Webflow or web design or what I'm doing right now, go ahead and post it right now. Gabriel, first time here, have a question about browser support on E9. E9? IE9? Internet Explorer 9? I don't think IE9 is a modern browser, so it may not work. What I mean is, Webflow produces code that is cross-browser compatible for modern browsers like Chrome, Firefox, Microsoft Edge. I think IE 12 and up, maybe 11 and up. So Chrome, Edge, Firefox, Safari, as well as modern devices like iOS, Android. Keliz is asking, when did you say Random Mac will be on Webflow stream again? It'll be next week. We're trying. They actually came up with the idea, and we're like, yes, that would be so cool. So we're still finalizing the details. We'll send a tweet out about it. We'll post it on Facebook and whatnot. So yeah, just come back next Tuesday. So this stream, if you're new to this stream happens every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time, and we do all kinds of stuff like this. So yeah, thank you again for being here. If this is your first time, thank you for your time. And if you're back again, thank you for your time. I just hope that this is helping you out. Yeah, Anna's right. Microsoft doesn't even support, doesn't provide security support on IE9 now. So if your client is still using IE9, you might want to ask them to upgrade because security issues. Did I miss any other questions? Let me get a, oops, sorry. If you export the code from Webflow, do all animations get exported too? Yes. All right. If there's nothing else, I'm gonna move on. If you're on, this is our first time trying to stream to multiple channels. So if you're on, I see a lot of people from YouTube chatting it up, but I don't see much people from Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, on our Facebook page, hello, welcome, and drop me a line in the chat room. I want to see this Restream app work. All right. Man, I love the idea. Impatient to watch it. Which idea? Oh, yeah. Rand versus Mackenzie. Should be fun. Upcoming events. Okay, so what I noticed on SpaceX's site is you go here, and I'm always wondering, when is their next flight? Because I'm starting a tradition where I always watch the launches and landings with my daughter. So I want to know, when's the next one? In order to find the next one, you got to go to updates, launch manifest, scroll down, and it's not even here. It's, where's their next one? So let me see here. Reddit.com/ hold on real quick. Send that over. Cool. Send it over, should be here. Cool. So the subreddit SpaceX created a launch manifest that has even more information than the actual SpaceX site. So they have a whole table that they keep updating for the next one. So I feel like this should be prominent on their homepage. At least the next 5 would be awesome. If you're a fan of SpaceX, you're like, okay, I want to watch. And so you can easily create a dynamic collection of this information. So let's go ahead and do that. First, let's go ahead and set the row, and we'll set the background because there's a lot of information. I don't want to have the background. I don't want the background to be a photo, okay? Because I want people to focus on the text rather than the photo. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's collapse it all real quick. All right, let's go ahead and put a section right there. In this section will be called upcoming section. Keep it at 100 VH. Scroll down to it. And let's go ahead and flex that as well. We're going to use 10 on both sides. Flex it up. Center. Right there. Up. Center. Alright. And there we go. So this one, let's see. Can we do a 100? No, I can't. Oh, I can. Cool. So I want to push it all the way out. Unless I can do that with this. Okay, cool. Alright, so I pushed it out, and this is going to be my table. This is going to be my table full of information. And then let's go ahead and upcoming content. Okay, so this is going to hold all my content, and it's going to hold... What I'm going to do is... okay. So I have my heading here. Let's go H3. I'll go H2, fine. And we're say upcoming launches. And the background should be white. And let's go ahead and set the background to white using this guy right here, because we want that smoothness. Gotta keep everything smooth. So let's go ahead and do, what did we do? Row 4 BG. Just copy everything, so 100%, 100%. Going out to Eek, thanks for the cool tips. Christian, thank you for watching. I wish you a good day, sir. Have a good meal, and I'll see you next week. Background. Let's go ahead and put the background as gray. And we can't see what we're doing because we need to turn these off again. So remember, turn them back on later. Okay, so we know what we're working with. That seems sad. Let's make it happy. Let's go there, off-white, F7, F7, F7. Try that, okay? And let's make it a little bit techy. So I've already uploaded some lines, so I'm gonna use that. Okay, and where you can get these type of patterns, Google search transparent patterns, and it should be one of the first links, and you can download a bunch of these patterns, and it's really cool. Alright, upcoming launches, H2, and it's... I want to zero it out again. Didn't I already use? Heading 2. There we go. And then under this, we can have... like that. And then... Actually, no. No. This will be a dynamic element. Well, I'm going to just show you. So I'll go like this, and so let's just name this DimFlex. There we go. Push it away. Say by 15. Okay, and then it's gonna flex on the left, so I can have, how many columns do I need? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say 5. Yeah, 5 columns. So DimFlex, and then DimFlex child. It's gonna be like that. So I can copy, paste, 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 paste. Now we have 5 of those. Put 10 padding on each one. And inside of there is going to be text. And say the first text is going to be Actually, let's make this a header. Let's make this a heading. So let's go ahead and copy this. Alright. And then this is vehicle. This is launch site. And then orbit payload. But I want this to be title, so it's table header. So I'm going to make all of these bold and a bit bigger. Make this. Yeah. What do you think, guys? What do you think? I've never used Flex on Webflow. It sounds a bit tricky. Why not use columns for this? Because with columns, you can't make 5 columns, okay? And plus, with Flex, when it comes to responsiveness, you can order your elements at however you want. It's more flexible, see that, flex, than columns. Because in columns, everything is floating left. This one doesn't use floats. So Flexbox is the new hotness. Go to flexbox.webflow.com to learn more about Flexbox. It's super fun to use. All right, let's go here and I think that's good. Boom! Look at that. Actually, let's just make the text smaller. I'm not feeling it right now. The basic 14. Cool. Alright, so we got all that going, and so we can copy paste. But I don't want this to be table header, so that way. Oh, whoops. Alright, there we go. Cool. So whatever the launch window is, the vehicle, orbit, and payload. So I can just rinse and repeat all this stuff, all this good stuff, right? So let's go ahead and let's put 4 launches into a dynamic collection. And so what is a dynamic collection? It's basically a database, you know? Instead of having to go into the static page and updating it all the time, you can just make a database. And here's how. So I'm going to make a new collection, and we're going to call it launches. And the collection URL, we're the slug, I'm just going to call it launches. And all of this is just text. So I'm just going to have it where it's like, yeah, so let's get the first one. So, oh, actually here. So the first thing, we need 5 things. So the first one is the name of it. So what are we going to make the name of it? Okay, the name of it is the payload, because the payload is the unique thing about it. Okay, none of these have the same name, so the name will be payload. So the next thing we need is vehicle. So we can do plain text vehicle. Actually, no, cancel. Discard changes. We can add an option field, a drop-down menu of things to choose from. So vehicle. I can't spell. What's wrong with me? Okay. Woo. Okay. Falcon 9. Falcon Heavy. And I can't spell this. Okay. What? Did I spell it right? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. There you go. There we go. There's a lot more N's and whatever. Okay. Alright. Cool. Save. You only need to spell encode. Agreed. Alright. Oh no, my laptop. It fell asleep. Come back. Okay, cool. Where you at? Where you at? Okay, cool. What's next? So we have vehicle, we have launch site, and I think launch sites, we'll just put 3 of them. 39A. So have another options again. Launch site. So you're basically creating a CMS at the same time you're doing this. So what is it called? LC 39A. And then you have LC4E. And let's get another one. And one more. Let's just get one more. Okay, fine. That's fine. That's fine. We're done. Those three. Save field. Alright, what's next? Orbit. So, looks like there's only 4, so it's question mark. So, option is orbit. So, first one is question mark. GTO. LEO. I don't know what PO stands for. And SSO. What does SSO stand for? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 fields. Okay, last one. Oh yeah, the launch window. We'll use that as plain text. Window. And we'll reorder this. Let's put that first. Okay, create collection. Rebuild NASA site. Maybe. I'll take a look. Alright, so now let's fill in our database. We're done structuring the database. Let's rebuild it. So, let's add data to it. So first thing is the payload is that guy. Launch window. I know this is the most sexiest part of Webflow when it comes to design, but the fact that you can create a database and fill it in without having to code is amazing to me. So, think about that. Oh, don't know the orbit. So, we'll just do that. Create launch. New launch. May 15. No, wait, no. Launch window. That one. Mersat. Vehicle, Falcon 9, right? Yeah, 39A, GTO. Going out of order again. Wow, that's a lot of them. Blah, 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 blah. 39. Launch site, LEO. Okay, one more. Okay, cool. Bulgaria Sat. This is on June. Don't know the day. But you know it's on a Falcon 39A GTO. Boom, done. Alright, cool. So we have 4 launches, right? Now we can add that to our page. How are we going to do that? We're going to drag in a dynamic list. Yep. Let's put it there. And I'm just going to choose the collection launches. And now, if I did this correctly, Dinflex. So what I can do is I can copy this right here. And then, actually no, I'm going to cut, not copy. So this guy right here, I'm going to cut. And I'm going to paste it into one of these. Right? And now it happens. It does the loop for me. It does that coding loop, the for loop or the while loop. And then I can take this text block and set this to launch window, launch window. Look at that. All my data is being pulled in dynamically. Vehicle, vehicle, launch site, orbit, orbit, payload, name. Boom, make tables. That easy. And we're done with that one. Oh, wait. One more thing. Gotta do this cool thing right here. Upcoming section. Row 4. Row 4DG. Done. Done. Let's turn on the other backgrounds and just see how we're what? Hero background. There we go. Turn that back on. Turn that back on. Double check number 4 set to 0%. No, you're not. There you go. Now you are. Alright. Let's try it out. What? I gotta fix you. What's wrong with you? Why are you already set? There you go. Opacity is not 0. That's why. Try it again. Boom! Alright, last one. Man. Let me check real quick. Everything's cool. Amazing. Oh, magic. It's not magic, it's Webflow. It's super easy. Alright. So that's that. Last one. Let's do a footer. Let's see here. So this footer, I drew like this. In my mind, when I was imagining it, I was like, there should be like... the whole goal, one of their huge goals is to get to Mars, right? And so I did a thing where the footer would have some sort of Mars planet in the background to inspire people. Like you're telling, you have a book and you're telling, as you're scrolling down, you're flipping through the pages of the book and you want to be inspired by each page turn. And so at the end of the book, I want to keep that inspiration going. And so I was like, where can I find a good Mars background where I just see the horizon of the planet or something like that? I couldn't find a good one that was actually centered and like something that I really wanted. But then I found this guy right here. Let me show you. So I found this image and I was like, yes, that is cool. You have this lady floating and the spacecraft, the interplanetary, what is it called? Interplanetary Transport ITS or system or something like that. And so she's in that ITS and then she's looking at Mars and it's like, oh, that is sick. So I'm going to use that as my footer background. Alright? So let's go ahead and do that. First things first. And again, SpaceX has some great media. So it's when you have great media like that, it's easy to come up with sites like these because the photos do 75% of the work. Imagery, it's huge. Alright, let me get a swig real quick. Alright, what are we doing? Background number 5. Let's go ahead and set this. Row 5BG. Do the things. Alright. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is probably 1. Did I set this? I did not. Let's just set it just in case. Alright. Background image, assets, this person right here, and do I have to refresh? Hold on. Just try it again. Okay, let's try it again. Row 5BG. 100, 100, 1. There we go. We'll set that to the top. And just to make sure we know what we're doing, let's go ahead and turn off the other ones so we can visually see what we're doing in real time. There we go. Ah, yeah, so I missed that. All right, so row 5 BG, and the background needs to be there. It's okay, cool. All right, and that one should be opacity 0. Okay, cool. So we're there. We're doing it. We need another section. We're gonna call the section footer. Easy. Okay, we're on our footer. We have a black background, so let's go ahead and, again, center it. We'll center our children, so we center that, something like that. So what do we have on the... hold on, close these. What do we have on the footer? So this is the last thing we're going to do, guys. What do we have here? So we have 4 columns, and then we have 2 rows, 4 columns. So this is row 1, 4 columns, row 2. So we can, yeah, let's just recreate what they got. Okay, it's nothing too fancy, but it's exactly what it needs to be. Let's go ahead and do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, I'm not going to use columns. I'm going to use flexbox. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's make this that footer content 5%. Is it 5 or 10? Right there. That's cool. Because this is gonna overlay on top of the lady, we need to make sure that we can. Let me just for fun, put that image in so I can see what I'm working on, but I'm going to delete it. Oh, try it again. There we go. I want the actual size. Go like that. So I'm just doing this temporarily so I can see what I'm working on. So this footer content needs... There we go. C25. Okay, so in here, let's go ahead and put another one, and this is going to be footer row, and the footer row is going to be flex. That way we can have 4 columns. We're going to go like this, and footer column, expand, paste it 3 times, boom, boom, boom. Now we have 4 columns. Let's see here, each column, put it away from each other like by 10. And also have some 10 in the inside. That way, if you can see here, they're using like dashes, the dashes for the border. So we're gonna say border right, dash, and it's gonna be that color. What's it look like? Oh, I can't see because I don't have any content in there. So let's go ahead and put some content. We're going to say here, and then and space graphs. So footer title, white, bold, small. Spell rockets right. There we go. Little margin at the bottom, say 5, and now we can put text in there. We're going to say this is Falcon 9. Actually, this is a footer link. So text link, Falcon 9. Call this footer link. Set it to not white, but kind of a gray like that. Cool. No underline. Smaller. Cool, cool. Ooh, that 5 is not really... Yeah, that's fine right there. Okay, cool. So this should be like... Yeah, like that. Indented a little so we know it's part of this. Paste it, 1, 2. Oh, it should be display block. Or inline. Oh, display block. Here we go. Falcon heavy, and then Dragon crew, or just Dragon for now. And so yeah, so I can just copy this, delete these, and paste it again. And now we have our text inside. What's next? Updates. Say news, launch, manifest. Okay, let's about SpaceX. Let's just actually let's follow the same thing we did, where this one should be here, updates, and then right here is Falcon Dragon media, and say videos, photos, and then this one is about SpaceX, and this is company and history. Okay, and then careers, because who doesn't want to work there? And then let's put another column, but this one right here, oof, this one's getting way too close. Should we just let it go like that? How do you guys feel about that? Maybe the height shouldn't be 100 VH. Maybe the height should be ooh. Okay, I think I'm feeling this one, guys. Maybe this one doesn't have the background scroll interaction. Maybe this is just it. Ooh. Maybe. Okay, yeah, I'm feeling this more. Alright, so let's do that. That looks more fun. Because that feels like a footer, because it's grounded. I love when I, like, accidentally stumble upon something. Actually, I don't need the logo again. I was going to put the logo again. But, oh, okay, we can put Rocket Road. Actually, it should just be text. It shouldn't be a link. So, text. But we can give it the same thing. Same class, but it's not a link. No! Oh, dang. Okay, one more row. One more row. It's this. So it's 2 columns. So we can do a footer content, footer row. Actually, the footer content, I have it with padding. So how about we remove the padding altogether, right? But this footer row is the one with it. So I'll go like that. 25. So that way, we could do a thing where the next one, let's see, the next row, footer row 2, is a dark color in the back. Something like that. So top and bottom, B25 as well. Cool, 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 cool. And this is flexing. After that, do flex it we're gonna have two things right here. All right, so we're gonna have this and that. So we have two columns, right? But I want to push them off to the sides, and here's how you do that. Very simple with Flexbox. See this guy right here, space between. Boom! I don't have to use any floats. I just push it. So with this div block, I can go ahead and start putting in links. Like, let's put a text, and it says, actually in here, everything should be white. Well, not white, should be like something like that. Follow SpaceX. Maybe, oh, on the last one. Yeah, you're right. Thank you. Give a combo class. Last call. Boom. Fixed. Thank you for that. And everything should be like that. There we go. So it's vertically centered. It's very dark and small. Let's go ahead and make this small. Cool. Follow title should be space out. Let's go like that. Alright, now we need links. And these links are, well, oh, that's block. Inline block. There we go. So this one, it says Facebook. Facebook. Okay, footer. Oh, I can just use footer link again. Oh, inline. Nice. Haha. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Flickr. Isn't that cool? That's cool. And then the last one, the last element, guys. We've made it. Bam. Let's just put some text in there. Oh, dang. Oh, dang. So we don't need this background. Let's clean up a bit. Delete that one. Let's see how we did. Wait, did I turn it? No, I didn't turn them on. Yep, gotta turn them on. Turn them on. Turn them on. You're on. You're on. You're on. Okay. Does this need an overlay? Oh yeah, it needs an overlay. Fix that. There's always something to fix. There's always something to fix. So I guess it... Eh? It has one. Doesn't look like it. What if I do 100? What will happen? Huh. What is up, guys? Check the opacity. I did. Oh. Wait. Opacity 100. But yeah. It's this color right here that's supposed to overlay. Huh. Okay. I'll try to fix that later. But let's just see what we did so far, guys. Mm-hmm. Got this going. Pretty cool. Yep. Fix that problem. Beautiful photography. Scrollio. Nice. Scroll down. We got our footer. Homepage. SpaceX. Redesigned. What do you want? Alright. I'm going to publish this. Be separated with dotted lines across the social link names. Oh. Yeah. All right. I want you guys to use this as your playground. I'm going to make it clonable. I'll put the link in the YouTube description below. I'll also put it in the Webflow forum posts that I have for this. I'll put it on the webflow.com/workshops page. You can clone this exact project, this whole thing, into your own Webflow account and just play around. I want you to guys get crazy with it. What would it look like if you did your own flavor, if you did your own interactions with this, if you make it. It's not responsive ready yet, I'll tell you that. But what can you guys do with it? All right. So hopefully you guys learned a thing or two. Yeah. What else? But yeah, I really want to just keep going with this because I have other pages like what would the Falcon page look like? And then I thought about like what would the news page look like? And then what would the blogs page look like? And my mind just kept going. I was like, yeah. So I will put the link again in the YouTube description. We'll post it on Facebook. We'll post it on Twitter. We'll post it everywhere so you guys can play. Because that's what web design is all about, right? Just having fun and playing until you learn something new. If you have any questions right now about Webflow, about web design, about the universe. Okay, that last one, ask Neil deGrasse Tyson. But ask away in the live chat room right now. And while I'm waiting for those questions. This stream happens every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. You can find it at webflow.com/workshops or on our YouTube channel. And if you're on our Facebook page, we're going to stream there too if this works. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you guys had fun. I did. It was a blast getting my thoughts out there and seeing how fun it is to take an idea. What else? Yeah. To those who are waiting in the other YouTube channel, I'm sorry. We're slowly learning this new restream thing because we're going to show Webflow to as many people as possible. What else? Oh yeah, next week, Rand Segal, Mackenzie, here. It's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome. We're doing something different, so come back next week. Webflow sites feedback. Yeah, I'll take one or two. So how do I register? Go to webflow.com. The top right, it says dashboard or login or register. One of those things. Let me see if I go to Webflow. Webflow.com. Yeah, right here. This form. Right here. Get started for free. Let me check out your site. Abdurrahman. Okay, let's see here. Did I write it right? Oh dang. I like it. Okay, let's take a look at that one. How can you make CMS the user's a system? Great question. Let me answer that one real quick before I get to yours, Abdul Rahman. So right here, create a collection, and then when your clients need to use the CMS, you can easily add them as a CMS editor. And what the CMS looks like is like this. Just looks like a regular page, but it has added bottom bar. And so if I need to edit anything on the page, for example, this text, I can just click, edit it however I want, and go to town. If I need to edit anything in the database, I can do so from here. Like for example, if I go here, launches, and now I can just change anything I want. Publish, and there it goes. So we'll view the live site, and there we go. I've changed it. All right. All right. So next one. Here we go. This is a cool site. Very soft colors. I like it. Pretty cool. And I like how, see, if you're using the row, but it's different because it has this and it's telling you to go move down, and it's using the logo at the same time, which I think is awesome. Really nice colors. Okay, something's wrong here. You may need a hover effect on this one, but these are cool. Good job. Good job with hovers. It's nice. Check the second page. I'm guessing it's this one? About. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I like these lines. Great job. That's cool. Man, this one must have taken you a while because you have to do these things. Yeah, great job. Okay, now this, you might want to push this back a bit. It's very loud here. So visually, everything is soft, but when you get here, there's so many lines happening that it's like too loud now. So push back on it. Probably make the opacity of everything go back to by 50% or something like that. Okay? It's really loud here. Yeah, good job. Check the nav bar on mobile. Jim, are you your own page or? Okay, yeah. So move on to Jim's page. All right, and after Jim, I'll take one more question or URL. And yeah, let's see here. Cool. Wow. Okay. Accommodation. Not sure how I feel about that, but is that part of the brand or something that you need to do that? You need to break it? Break a word? This one needs to push the same height as these. Small things. Alright, you wanted me to see this. Okay. Great. Alright, cool. What did you want me to see? Interesting. You went for the horizontal scroll. Wonder why. Not sure you need a horizontal scroll here. You know? Because, like, for this, what's the main objective? What's the main goal for your site? It's for someone to book, right? So, what if you remove our badge and had a bottom bar, a sticky bottom bar that had the button book now or something, you know? And so that way it's following them around everywhere. And you don't have to have it in the nav here. You know? Yeah, well, good job. All right, last one, Ben Griggs. What you working on, Ben? Okay. So right here... Oh, okay. It was just waiting. I like it. That was cool. Huh. Nice. Hovers, yeah. Since you have a timing transition for this hover, why not you do the timing transition for the overlay? Because it seems very static when it's just on, off, on, off. There's no timing. Oh, you did background interactions. Yes! Yeah. Yes. Yes. See what I mean? It's so soft. So soft. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep scrolling. And then you got this going. That's cool. It's fine. It goes out of the way when, yeah. Oh, yeah. Alright, alright. Yeah, I got nothing to say about this. Yeah. I was gonna say left align these, but just a little thing. Because these are left aligned. But, I mean, that's all I got. Great job. Okay, let's end out this stream. Thank you guys so much for joining me this week. I want to see you guys next week, Tuesday at 10 Pacific time. I want to see you here on any of our streams. If you have any billing, technical, or account-related issues, please email support@webflow.com and we'll return your email as fast as possible. Or actually, go to help.webflow.com. A lot of great documentation there for frequently asked questions. So we're adding new documentation every week, so check it out. Or you can click on the contact button and fill out that form, and we'll help you out. If you have any design or custom coding issues, please go to forum.webflow.com. And the global community will help you out. They want to help. We all want to help. And if you get your question answered, please pass the favor forward and answer someone else's question. That way, the web design community and the Webflow community can grow as a whole. So yes, help others, and you're actually helping yourself as well. What else? Follow us on the social media. It's facebook.com/webflow, twitter.com/webflow app, or you can follow me at the Pixel Geek. Anything else that I missed? I think that's about it. I will see you guys later. Have fun with the SpaceX website. Show me what you've done with it. Tweet at me, post it on our forums or on Facebook. I want to see what you guys do. All right, Tuesday at 10 a.m. See you next week. And as always, make the web beautiful. See ya.